This one's really fun and quick. Let's start out with this clothespin here. And I've got some antique parchment acrylic paint. And I'm just going to paint the bottom part of this clothespin on just one side. I've got a wooden coffee stir stick here, and I'm just going to glue that to the clothespin, and that's going to be the brim of Uncle Sam's hat. I'm painting that hat with Ocean by Waverly. I've got this very thin vinyl tape here. I got it off of Amazon a while back for a different project that I didn't put on here, but it comes in handy for crafting, for making small stripes, and that's what I'm doing here. The bottom of this clothespin is going to be Uncle Sam's pants, and so I'm going to make 2 red stripes on them, and I'm going to be using True Burgundy by Folk Art. And I am going to be making just 2 of these, but you could of course make as many as you need. I took a toothpick and made some little spots on the hat there, and that's to look like stars. Taking some brown paint, I'm going to make the face of Uncle Sam. And then I'm just going to use some of this mop head for the beard. Now these, you could make them as bowl fillers. You could just clip them randomly around in your decor. But I thought another neat idea would be tablecloth weights. If you had enough of them, they wouldn't hold down if you had really strong winds on 4th of July, but they would certainly help to keep your tablecloths in place outside. Today I'm participating in the Just Our Imagination monthly challenge playlist that is hosted by Kathy Jo DIYs, Rustic and Lace DIY, and the guest host this month is Crumbs. What makes this a challenge playlist is that every month the hosts pick out a challenge item each that we must use in our video. And this month the must-use items are book pages, the hanging garden basket from Dollar Tree, and party hats. I'll have more on this playlist later, but for now, let's get to crafting. For this one, I've got this hanging piece from the Dollar Tree, but I'm just going to be using the flag, so I'm going to remove that. We'll save those stars for another project. I'm going to take lightweight spackling and fill in those holes where the hanger was. I've got this piece of chipboard. You can find the exact chipboard that I use in my Amazon shop, link in the description box. But it's just a letter size piece of really thin cardboard, basically is what it is. So you could use a cereal box or any piece of cardboard that you might have. I'm just going to use my glue tape runner and attach this scrapbook paper to the cardboard. I've got this 8x10 frame out of a canvas from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to trace around the inside of that frame and then cut a little bit bigger than what I traced so that it will set nicely on the back of that frame, not fall through, of course. I was just trying to make it to where it was on the inside of those staples on the back because I did not want to remove the staples, so I just wanted it to set on the inside of those. Now this frame had a little bit of what looked like red marker on it. There's no telling. It's been floating around my craft room for a while. But I'm just going to take this metal file here and sand that off, and then do a little more roughing up of the frame to make it look a little more rustic, because I knew that those staples are going to be showing, so I was just going with that look here. And I stained it with my Varathane gel stain. I'm using Type Bond Quick and Thick to glue the backing here onto the frame. And then I'm going to be covering this flag in tissue paper to make it look older, but I wanted to make sure that I painted the lightweight spackling so that it didn't stand out. Those little white dots of the spackling didn't stand out. I'm going to Mod Podge this tissue paper to the flag, and because it's craft colored, it's going to make, it's going to take away that look of the glitter, and then I'll still have the texture of the glitter, but that color of tissue paper will make it look older. You can find that tissue paper in my Amazon shop. I sanded away the excess of that tissue paper. I've got this page out of an old songbook that was falling apart, and it's the song America the Beautiful, and I'm going to be staining it with this coffee slurry that I made. I bought some generic coffee just to craft with, and so I just mixed a little bit of hot water and some coffee in a little bowl, and I'm just going to use a napkin and just rub that coffee stain on the paper there. That looked good, but I wanted to darken up the edges and make them a little darker than what the center was. And so I'm taking some antique wax, and I'm just going to go around the edges of the paper, and then I'm also going to go around the edges of that flag as well, and also the blue stripe paper in the background of the piece. I'm just going to use my glue tape runner to attach the paper to the backing there. And I'm going to hot glue the flag to the bottom left-hand corner there of the frame. And I have these little metal stars. Those are in my Amazon shop. I got those off of Amazon. They came all rusty like that. And I'm just going to glue 3 in each corner of the frame. I got these florals from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to attempt to place them nicely behind the flag there. I always have a little bit of an issue when it comes to florals. Don't quite know how to arrange them, but I got it figured out after a while. And then for a stand, I'm just taking one of these really large, or the regular size Jenga blocks that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to hot glue that on the back to make it stand so it'll stand up. This is just a quick reminder that if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. That way you don't miss any future videos. Those are free ways to help out my channel, and they are greatly appreciated. Okay, now for the party hats. They didn't have any party hats at Dollar Tree. I was really surprised, but I'm sure there are lots of Dollar Trees that have them. But I did pay $2 for this pack of these, and you could just use cardstock to do this. You don't have to have the party hats. But I'm just going to make some little cones, and I was just being real rough with this, and I was in a little bit of a hurry to get done in time. And so I was just haphazardly making some little paper cones out of this larger paper cone. And I signaled there that I made 3 cones out of one hat, but really it was 4. You can get 4 of these cones out of one hat. Then I painted half of them with the Ocean Blue by Waverly and the other half in Cashew by Waverly. I've got these cardboard tubes here. One of them is out of aluminum foil, and then the other one is out of the like drawer liner that you can get at Dollar Tree, but they're the same size and sort of thickness. But, just the aluminum, the cardboard tube that you get out of aluminum foil or plastic wrap would work well for these. I used some stickers from the Dollar Tree, some star stickers, sort of like as a reverse stencil. And I just stuck those on a few of the cones and then pounced some paint over that. And I was just doing all of these random. I wanted them all to have a little bit of a different look. I also took the head of a flathead screwdriver and made some stars that way on a couple of them. These will be free printables in the description box. Some of them, on one page of them, is from the Graphics Fairy. I got those images from there. And then the other page of them I just scavenged off the internet, off of Archive and the Library of Congress's website, and just a couple of different places. These are sized to go on those smaller cardboard tubes, like out of aluminum foil. So you would have to print them larger if you wanted to use something like a toilet paper or paper towel tube. These are sized just for these smaller tubes. I just hot glued the cones onto each of these fireworks here, and I used hot glue to attach. These are skewer sticks, those really long skewer sticks that you get from Dollar Tree. It's those, but they're cut in half. So that's what I used for the sticks inside of these little rockets. And you could definitely take some jute twine and make a little fuse coming out the bottom of them. That would be cute. The camera wasn't rolling where I went back in and reinforced inside there with some paper towel. I just shoved some paper towel, sort of tightly packed it around that skewer stick up in there to make the skewer stick even more stable. Each of these little images are 4 inches wide and 6 1/4 inch tall. So you want to cut your tubes around 6 1/4 inches long. The hanging basket, making a patriotic themed craft out of this hanging basket was a real head scratcher for me. I knew what I wanted to do with all the other items. I knew I wanted to make a 4th of July crafting video. So then I thought, what am I going to do with this for this theme? And so what I came up with is something that you can use at a cookout. So, we have cookouts on 4th of July. And so that's what I'm going to do with this. It's a hanging basket from the Dollar Tree, so it was $1.25. And then I also have this $1 garden stake that I got from Dollar General. I get a few of those every year. They're great to use for crafting, really good deal. I'm going to be hammering some nails into this garden stake. And I want the garden stake to come out of the top of this hanging basket. I want there to be some excess above it so that I'd be able to hold the stake above the basket with one hand and then hammer the stake into the ground with the other hand, if that makes sense. So there needs to be excess stake coming out of the top of the basket. I'm going to be using these nails that I got from Walmart. I think that trim nails would definitely work for this. You just want them long enough that the basket's going to set down and not go over the nails on the garden stake. And I'm just going to remove the chain. I won't be needing that. I mean, there's more than one way to skin a cat. You could probably use the chain and staple the basket to the garden stake with the chain, but you'd have those chains hanging down sort of in your way. But I thought this would be the easiest and sturdiest way to keep this basket on this garden stake would be to put a nail on each side. And I'll be saving that chain for another craft another time. I needed some sort of round to put in the bottom of this basket because this is going to be a mini table, so it needs something flat in the bottom to set glasses on, cups on, or bottles of things that you would use at a cookout. But I'm going to use this lid off of this coffee can, but if I didn't have this lid, I would use either one of those wood rounds that you can get from Walmart for $1 something, or I would use cardboard covered in contact paper. So there's probably lots of other things that you could do just to make a bottom in this basket. Cut the rim off that lid with scissors because I just needed a flat round. And I'm just going to make a rough marking here in the center of how big I need to cut out my square for this to go down over that stake. And if you were going to use the wood round, then I would probably use my Crocodile Big Bite if I was doing that. And then just make, go around the square that I drew, and just punch holes all the way around, and then knock out that square out of that wood round if that's what I was using. On this next step, don't do what I did if you're going to make one of these or some of these. I was thinking, okay, these nails, they're going to hold the basket on there just fine, but the basket is going to be super stable. It's going to move around on you. And so you don't want that. So to keep it secured to the nails, just use zip ties. That's the most obvious, simple thing to do, is to use zip ties. And of course, that's not what I did. I don't know why. I immediately thought adhesive. So I took E6000 and some tape, just to keep it secure and to keep it on there while the glue set up. And I thought I was going to remove the tape after the glue set up, but then I was like, I don't even care about the tape showing. It's underneath the table. Doesn't really matter. I mean, for what this is going to be used for, it doesn't have to be fancy. And so I just left that there, but zip ties would have been the way to go. I just spray painted the whole thing white to make it look nice. And this little thing is very sturdy. I used it. I tested it out. I even shook it some just to see how, if somebody bumped into it, how sturdy it would be. And of course, the further you hammer it into the ground, the more sturdy and stable it will be. You can use them over and over and make a bunch of them for really cheap. I don't know if anyone else has made these. I'm sure someone else has made these, but I didn't look. I just stared at that basket for a while, and that idea popped in my head. And anytime I think I come up with an original idea, I go and search it, and it turns out it's not an original idea. So there really is nothing new under the sun. Don't forget that this is part of the Just Our Imagination playlist, and the links to the host channels as well as the link to the playlist will be in the description box of this video. So you want to go and check out the other crafters videos in that playlist and see what they did with these challenge items. But I hope you liked these crafts today. You'll have to tell me down in the comments if you have a favorite from today. Hit that hype button if you really liked these crafts. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. See you in the next one.